Okay, so we're going to learn how to convert between two linear equations. So basically, there's two different ways that you can write a linear equation. You can write it in standard form, which looks like this, where every single term is on one side and the other side equals 0. We call that the standard form. Or we can write it in this format, where y is by itself, and then everything else is on the other side of the y, and we call that slope y-intercept form. Okay? So the question will be asking you to either convert from one to the other or vice versa. Okay? So the first question is asking you to convert into standard form. So they want you to put it in the ax by plus c equals 0 form. And then what they give you here, this, if you look at this has the same format as this, where m is -1/2, right? And b is 3. So what I want to do is I want to move everything to one side. Now simply you say, oh, maybe I can just subtract 1/2 or add 1/2 x and then subtract 3. Technically speaking, a and b, they have to be whole number. They can't fractions. Okay? So that's why we have to do it a little bit different. We can't just move things over. So the first thing I want to move over is that 3. Okay? So to get rid of that 3, what do? What's the opposite of plus 3? Minus 3. So I have to do that from both sides. Okay? So I'll have y minus 3 equals -1/2 x. This is canceled because plus 3 minus 3, that gives me a 0. Okay? Are we okay so far? Now, the next thing I want to get rid of is that division by 2 because I don't want to have fractions. Okay? If I want to get rid of division by 2, what's the opposite of division by 2? Multiply by 2. So I have to multiply this side by 2, and I have to multiply this side by 2. Okay? So if you look here, this distributive property, so that's going to be 2y minus 6. And then this is going to be, they cancel, and that's going to be -1x. Okay? Now the next step is to get rid of that -1x because I don't want anything right here. So to get rid of that -1x, the opposite of -1x is plus 1x. So I'll do that to both sides. And that would leave me with 1x plus 2y minus 6 equals to, these cancel to give me 0. Okay, so you see that in this case, your a is 1, so this is replacing the a. Your b is 2, and your c is -6. Okay? So can you guys do this one?